Want to do something else?
Uh, if you say Iron Banner, I will put this heritage in my mouth and I will pull the trigger. I'll fucking do it! I'm loose! I'm unhinged! This game makes me crazy! I'm mad dogging you right now!
It's your mad dog. You might need to work on it a little.
I'm gonna pose some questions, and you will do your best to answer said questions. And if not, I'll kill Dom. By the way, your armor's looking pretty nice.
Oh,
Your first question here.
took me hours of real life farming to earn this.
No, you mean silver? Fair enough. You're on that grind, keeping it real.
Yep. 14 hours a day, 7 days a week.
All right. What do you think the Destiny needs to improve?
Uh, I think EA needs to back them.
Yeah. You know what? I'm in. Honestly, at this point, they might be better than Bungie. So we have
I don't
EA
know.
backing. I think that they need to refresh the loot pools because you have no vendor refresh. Like, never has a season or a DLC given us one set of armor that was just reskinned. It's the same piece of armor, just with a different color for Gambit, Crucible, and the Vanguard strikes. And it's just that little one you can get there. There was no refresh or anything like that. I personally miss when you would go into the DLCs and you would pick up all these new armors as you leveled up because it was like, ooh, something new to wear. Ooh, a new set. I look cool now, like this.
See, this is my problem right now. Deepstone Crypt is fucking great. And I could get the gear and all that, and it's great gear and all that. But I can't bring myself to do it because it's not going to be good for long.
Yeah, I feel that too. I share that. It's
So,
like something you just want to experience because the gear isn't going to be sticking around with sunsetting.
yeah. So, nothing I do in this game from now on has a point.
That's true. You're basically just getting it for like a couple seconds, which, if you think about it, that is kind of the case with like most games. Once you have them for a bit, you eventually
Well,
the
not
servers get
really.
shut down and all that. But at least you still keep your progress, your gear, all that sort of thing.
I don't know, man. The fact that I can still boot up Halo 1 and go at it.
Yeah, but there's not going to be any servers, are there? Well, not unless you're playing MCC.
I honestly don't know.
I mean, either if that was like if you could go back and jump into Halo CE and they were still playing it, I would be honestly blown away. It'd be even another like dig at Bungie right there. Somebody boot it up.
Somebody who actually knows something in the comment.
I had a lot of people telling me about how Destiny 1 had a lot more content, and I do think that's the case too. And we had better content, like Rise of Iron and all that was so good.
We had any content.
Yeah, we actually had stuff to chase, and exotics were
See,
exotic.
okay, back to my last point. Season of Arrivals, right?
Yes.
We were ripping through raids. We ran Scourge, what, like 12 times trying to get Anarchy because it had a purpose immediately after. We could use Anarchy to do other stuff better, right?
Yeah, but you need to move your head up and down. I need the immersion of actually talking to you.
Oh,
There we go. Now it feels like I'm actually here.
so, what was I talking about?
I broke you with my immersion. I'm too good.
No, so like we would get Anarchy, and it would make doing, uh, like Bit of Heresy and that easier.
Yeah.
So it had, like, I had something to use the gear I was in. Whereas now, I farm the raid, and now this gear is just sitting here. Because there's nothing worthwhile to do.
Yeah, there's nothing worthwhile to do, no activities. But the thing is even if you get some of the guns, like, I'll admit the Deepstone Crypt guns are pretty great. I have Heritage on right now.
Oh no, that's what I mean. Well, like, I use this in Crucible a lot, right?
Yeah.
But outside of Crucible, getting better guns doesn't. I don't know how to say it. Like we would get everyone together and spend the night doing a raid, and it was fun, cool. First time going through them, and you get that good weapon. You're like, awesome, and then you'll use that weapon in next content. There was like a you would keep moving along, but now you get that thing, and it's like, all right, now what?
There's really no point to gathering stuff as you go. And
Yeah.
I see, like, I know what you mean. Like, I miss when I would get, like, a raid piece of armor that had some good stats, like Scourge of the Past one, that gunsmith armor. I wore that for a long time, but now once.
No, no, I don't know about Scourge of the Past. I just got the Titan Mark 8 times.
But imagine, like, now when you run a raid, you don't really have the gear there for that long, and you know it's going away, so it doesn't really incentivize you to want to, like, keep farming it. At least for me, I know there's people out there who'll be like farming it day in, day out to get the best stuff, but
Well, see, here's the thing, right? To the people who I don't want to say are new, but newer and new people,
yeah, fuck those
they're not
guys.
as they're not as bothered by the sunsetting thing
Well, yeah.
because to them it's like, yeah, okay, this and this, but this is good and this is good and this is all right. But the amount of shit that we've been through to get to those things being all right and losing everything else is just if you've been here the whole time, you can't be happy with it.
No, definitely not. And I think it's real scummy that Bungie is charging $20 and $40, I think it is, for Shadowkeep and Forsaken when you can't even use 90% of the equipment that you get from that because it's all
I didn't think
locked at
Shadowkeep was
1050.
worth that when it was brand new.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was just a bounty hunt. Like, I honestly think that the moon. I don't even think we needed the moon back, to be honest. I like the moon. It's cool, but just slap a little bit of red on the hive structures. I preferred when they were dingy as hell. When you first went into the moon and the hive, like, overran you in the what do you call it? That little station thing?
I
That was
feel
awesome.
I feel like that about Destiny in general, just that it should when it was like Destiny 1, it was like everything was crap, you didn't know anything. Everything was just take it as it comes. Now I feel like I don't know, there's just the wonders leaving.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, how many gods can you slay before you're like, well, there's nothing that poses a threat. I know I'm gonna like. They hyped up the High Celebrant, and if we did this mission and get it by this roadblock, you would have seen they hyped him up through the past how long with you talking to Crow doing that mission to get Hawkmoon, and I literally put him down in like a good 5-10 minutes. It's like that's supposed to be the big enemy. Yeah. Wait, yeah. You too. You did it too, right? Yeah, can't forget that.
Yeah. No, but
We got there.
it's just at this point it's I didn't want another superhero story.
Oh yeah.
I wanted setbacks. I wanted struggles. Like
the stuff you read about in the lore.
yeah, like the dark world I see in the lore. Why did they try so hard to make this a T for teen game or whatever it actually is?
I have
P for people.
well, you know they're what is it? NetEase. They're working with NetEase instead of Activision. So I bet you they're trying to just keep it as like friendly as they can to the Chinese market.
No, because even before that's I mean initially they went for the T for teen, even Destiny 1, I think, right?
No, Destiny 1. That's it. I'm looking at this up right now. I need
I'm
to
not
know.
sure, but and anyway, you tried to make a dark, gritty, real world, but then made it for children, so you can't show any of it. Unless it's just like a mastermind play by Bungie to not have to make the content.
I want to see the age rating here. I need to know. Wow, it's always been rated T for teen.
Yeah, see, the kind of story they're trying to sell doesn't match in there.
I mean, Halo wasn't T for teen, right? Like that was
Sorry.
rated M. I'm pretty sure it was because you had a lot of swearing and stuff like that thrown into the campaign. You know, blood, death. You had the Arbiter killing Truth there. That was pretty badass.
Whatever it was rated, needed my dad to buy it for me from GameStop.
Yeah. I mean, they
Anyway,
really dropped the ball on Destiny 2 so far, and I doubt anyone who's played before is having a good time with sunsetting, Beyond Light
see,
even.
it sucks because I read the lore and stuff, and I'm like, I know almost all of it, and I love it. The lore and everything is fantastic. There's just nothing in game to back any of it up.
People have been complaining for so long about the differences between the lore and what is shown in game. And every time Bungie just still would rather like the lore writers, they're doing a great job.
Destiny, Destiny 2, the book was better.
Yeah, it honestly is. Because you know, it's I think that they could do a way better job of telling stories in game. You would expect that from the people that earned their halos in Halo, you know?
Yeah, like think about like almost every cutscene in Halo 1 through 3. You were Master Chief doing something fucking awesome.
I mean, there was stuff going on in the background too that was pretty like the I read through the lore stuff in
Yeah,
that too.
yeah, I know.
That stuff was great.
But what in the cutscenes in this game, if you think back, you're like, yeah, there was some cool stuff. But if you really think back, almost every cutscene, we're just standing or slightly moving and gesturing.
Yeah,
We're
that's
not
true.
doing anything.
I would love a cutscene where before it starts a fight, you see my guy rush in and he like drop kicks a fallen or something like that, and then he stands all kind of
Or
like a Monster Hunter or a Monster Hunter there when
or
you.
if they really, really wanted to push it, make a cutscene for Titan, Hunter, Warlock. They all have the same supers. You don't really have to make custom anything.
Hey, they can't even do voices different now. They put us all in the same. Remember how your Exo had a unique voice compared to everyone else's?
Well, I still do. You all have my voice
Yeah,
now.
we all have your voice now. And before the Awokens was like, Uldren Sov is mine. And I was like, that's a creamy voice.
I,
And now I
yeah,
sound like a robot, even though I'm a dude.
Riley and the Blueberry Boys.
The Blueberry Boys. No one will ever. You think I'm ever going to show my face on the channel? My Destiny face?
Yeah, me neither.
I can't do it. Yeah, well, you have like someone splooged on your face, left a little bit of their goo trail there.
It's what I'm made of, dude. Vex,
Yeah.
splooge, and darkness.
Vex splooge. Right. My splooge, more like.
Uh huh.
Anyways. How else do we shit on Destiny?
That was it. You only had one topic.
I'm not that good at. I don't know. I've done this like what? 4 times, and every time it was kind of like, what happened
I
to
have
Destiny, man?
numerous questions for you. What's wrong with Destiny?
That's it. Every other question I ask is going to be the exact same thing. So, how about
Oh, can I talk about how much I hate this exotic shop thing?
the kiosk? Yeah, no, the kiosk sucks. I hate that thing.
Just the concept, right from day one, as soon as I heard about it, I didn't like it. You and your buddies, you get a group together, you spend a whole day doing a raid over and over and over and over for a chance at the gun. And now somebody who started yesterday can go and buy one with the first free exotics thing they get.
But to be fair, they do need spoils of conquest. But I would rather
No, no,
do
no.
the activity to get it than farm other raids, you know?
Your first one's free, isn't it?
No, it's not. You need the conquest spoils, but either way, like it's still it's so dumb that they would take away activities and make them that easy to get when
That's just the people who put in the time, the effort, the fighting with people and finding good people to play with and all that experience and time. They just say, fuck you. We need new players to be able to do the same shit right now.
Yep, definitely true. And
So,
another thing that sucks is
so
they also
that's
nerf the
another
bright
thing.
dust.
I don't particularly care.
I
honestly.
I do because they are honestly pushing for the Eververse store more than the bright dust. You used to be able to farm it, and you still can, I guess, at weekly, but the returns you get are just so much less than you were able to before.
Well, it like people were saying, right? It's only a big negative if you play multiple characters, and I do, but not really.
I have multiple characters too, and I've played them quite a bit, but Warlock's where I'm at. but it's not just a negative to play multiple characters. It's a negative to play this game. Why are we still here? I mean, it's because we look cool. That's probably it.
I mean, I got a necros cooking, so I got time.
Yeah, I think that the things they need to do in order to fix the game are focus on the core activities. You got PvP that is
Okay,
so broken. They got Gambit.
this isn't really a complaint, right? It's a thought that's crossed my mind several times, and I'm not sure what or how it fits. But like, I very often compare this with Warframe, right? Because they're basically the same failing game.
Yeah, but there's more
But
content in one.
Destiny 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
We run around, shoot stuff, pop our powers, kill stuff. That's the game. There's besides platforming, but they took that away from us with like Outbreak and stuff. But like Warframe, like I can do like I can go bounty hunting, I can go hunting, I can go fishing, I can do the Street Fighter type thing. Like there's other stuff, whereas Destiny, they do a shooter good, like the mechanics and everything feel great, but there's nothing else.
I
Like
think that if you're gonna make a shooter, they had it in a good spot before. Like that's what
I
we're here for. You know, it's not.
I miss like Sparrow Racing.
Yeah, that sort of stuff should be there, or better open world stuff. The time trials we had with Whisper and 0 Hour. It's just that
Yeah,
they've taken away other types of content to the point where you're forced to play the three like main types that are bad.
it's just now it's just a shooter with a win button that you just kind of
Like think
scroll
about
through.
the what do you call it? The Gambit Prime. Okay, I know you didn't really play Prime, but you have to admit that being able to farm up in the Reckoning and getting those armor sets and all that was a huge thing that was like a total side thing that you could do. I've seen people on the Reddit and everything like that complaining about the lack of content and how the state of the game is hard to defend right now, and Bungie's plans for the future are just looking pretty
The
rough. But
Menagerie was a lot of fun.
yeah, there was triumphs in the Menagerie. There were tons of stuff to do. Crucible didn't feel like you just it
I
sucks
said
being
it
a
in kind of
warlock
a
in the
weird.
Crucible.
It sucks kind of how or it's weird how I worded it kind of, but the point is, there's no. They expect us to aim and shoot without like doing anything else enjoyable. Like
Well,
they think Bungie is like, if I put a different colored guy in front of you, that's good enough.
yeah, it's been that way for years though. It's just reskin after reskin. I was
Like
interested in the mechanics, like raid like
the
mechanics and stuff like
wyverns
that
were
in the
fucking cool.
dungeons. Yeah, the wyverns and all that, different types of enemies that fight different. The dungeons had a lot of cool mechanics in them, and that was like some of the more fun I've had in this game. Like prophecy and all that when you first run it, the hexahedron, all those things, it gives you stuff to shoot at, but also other
That's
stuff to worry
another
about.
thing. I would have really loved a difficulty leveling thing.
Difficulty
Because
leveling,
Prophecy
yeah.
was like so hard and challenging and a good time going through it the first couple times. And then it just became it's a new week, let's pop this off in 5 and move on.
That's a lot of the stuff in this though.
I know, but it's not good.
That's in every game too. Like once you get good at something, you get good at it, and then
It's not even you're good though. It's just once your gear gets to a certain point, you don't have any challenge left.
that is true. Once you like the modifiers, once you hit the power requirement, even master level lost sectors become just like lost sectors
Oh,
that you can run pretty. Like I used to get bodied in them because I was underpowered, but once I hit the power level for a master one, I could run them in 2 minutes. I actually have a video up with me doing commentary in the background of one, and I did it 2 times in 10 minutes, and that was the
well, it's
master
like
one.
what was it, A2 or whatever it is with the Braytech bots in it?
Yeah.
I was like making sure to break every cage, sneaking around for those champion kills. By the time I reached 40, I was just breezing through it.
So I'm gonna list off the things that I think need to be changed in order for Destiny to get its head around it the right way. I think they need a vendor refresh. way more weapons and loot to chase in meaningful ways, not just like you get them at the end of a Crucible match or something, which could be good too. Don't get me wrong, because having those in Crucible matches would be nice. More loot in there. Uh,
I
loot
want. Sorry.
loot that is linked to triumphs and all that. We need a refresh of the strike playlist. Like, we need way more strike playlists with loot that you can only earn from doing specific things in the strike playlist. And
I want a
Gambit needs
horde
a
mode.
rework.
How could you make firefight and then just say, nah, no one liked that?
Yeah. What's up with that? Why would they get rid of it? Everyone loved Firefight. I like,
Every FPS game has some form of survival.
yep. We don't get that. Actually, we had it somewhat in the wave defense mode for the exo challenges, but even that, it's like you still have to progress in that, and then it
No,
ends.
no,
It's not like you just increase
I want like
difficulty.
a pinned location. Like not a huge map, a small map with lots of like maneuverability things like ledges, rooftops, stuff like
What's
that. You
that
can move.
map called in Reach that has like the circle? Then you just do the firefight in there. We always used to fight on. You would play as the elites and come at me, but I was just too magnificent.
Firefights against.
Yeah, but you could in Reach you could customize it so you could play. One person could be on the elites and all that, and you would always go into the custom settings and make your guy jump super fat or tall or high. But
I don't know what you're talking about. I rock that ghost as my most useful weapon.
I would always use the
Not even,
pistol
not even
and
the
plasma
guns.
combo.
The hood.
You just hit them once with a plasma pistol, and then you hit him with the normal pistol in the head. The 2-tap combo works it every time.
That. If it didn't, I feel like that would be good. Like maintaining content, like between content.
This seasonal model sucks.
I hate it. I was telling you the other day how I have an armor set in my Eververse store that's discounted because back, I don't know how long ago, probably like a year or so, you could earn the seasonal thing. Oh, it wasn't even a seasonal thing. It was like for this part of the year, this was something floating around and you could earn it as an ornament.
I remember you could do that with Eververse engrams. They would drop at a certain amount. But I also remember that Bungie nerfed the experience gain, so it made it harder to get those before. I was blaming Activision the whole time before. I was like, Activision is why. Bungie is just like, they're under Activision's rule, and that's why. And now that
Well, it's like
Activision's gone, it's just like, holy shit, the wool's been like pulled right over my eyes, and I see everything.
the Optimacy Titan bundle is on sale to me for 700 silver because I own 4 pieces of it. Or 2 pieces of it? And
Yeah, I
then
know
the
what you mean.
Sunbreaker Titan one, I didn't pay for at all.
I know
I
what
was
you mean.
just playing Crucible and I unlocked it there.
In the archive here, I have 3 sets that I unlocked from the other ones because they used to be loot pool ones. You used to be able to get them in the rewards. Of like the Eververse engrams, you couldn't get them in the normal rewards
Yeah,
though.
but you didn't have to buy the season pass for that. It was just there.
Yeah, you could earn it. I don't think the season pass is a very good model. I mean, I still have the next 4 seasons of Destiny, and the way this content is, it's half baked, it's half-assed, it's buggy because people weren't getting their rewards and all that. So, not only can they not make the content and make good, meaningful content, they can't even make terrible content stable. You know.
I don't know. I feel like a horde mode would be a great like tie people over while content's doing whatever.
Just some modes in general, just something to do.
Just give it some decent gear, or say like a guaranteed weapon with optional perk.
I mean, when Dom's around, you've seen us in the Crucible there. We go custom matches, and that's always a good time.
Yeah, just fighting against each other.
More sort of content that you can do. This is a big one for me. Let me not match make whenever I go into the strike playlist. Let me have that option if I want to or not. Because I guarantee you, I would rather run strikes by myself than getting paired up with Speedrunner McGee when I'm trying to complete some objectives. Getting paired up with some
Yeah.
asshole who's like, I'm going to use Trinity Ghoul and just go pew, 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 just shoot the ground and lightning everything.
See, I have that build, and I don't use it unless I like join a strike playlist. I'm trying to do something specific, and there's like somebody just like waiting to steal the bigger kills, or
Hmm.
just powering through the whole thing. Then I'll just take out Trinity Ghoul and Dunmarch and make everyone hate me.
I'm pretty sure it's just a way for Bungie to slow down progression even more. Like anything that can keep you in the game longer for them is a win to them because they have that type of matchmaking, the bright dust being nerfed, and now we even have less. What is it? You don't get an Eververse engram every 5 levels. It's actually every 6th one, I think now.
I haven't done a strike since September.
You're not missing out on much because as soon as I load into Exodus down, I'm like, God damn it! Why would they leave this in the game? This strike blows ass. It's just terrible.
I'm really starting to pull away right now, honestly. There's nothing to keep me here.
Oh yeah, me too. I've been ranting about this video or this game for
I
quite a
was
bit.
I was talking to some people and they were saying how like I should be doing the Grand Masters and I should be doing this and gathering Ascendant shards, and I just my only answer was why?
Yeah, there's no reason.
Like
There's
if there was a goal, or a goal that I could see happening soon. Like the only thing in the future even slightly interesting is Vault of Glass coming back for me, and Crota and that.
those ones.
But
Yeah, I'm interested in that too. But
the second I see 3 Overload champions in Crota's strike, I'm going to off myself.
yeah, you're gonna load
Or a
in.
servitor one protecting an Overload one, because that's fun.
You're gonna run in, get ready to strike down Crota, and he's gonna sound an awfully lot like Nolan North. Like what?
I'll say what, and I'll sound like Nolan North.
Yeah, in real life, you have your Nolan North pants on. I know, like I'm interested in Savathun, like that sort of thing, but I know they're gonna
Which
fuck it up. They have a year to do it, and that might mean it'll be better, but they're still gonna
they
find a
are,
way to screw it up.
if you read Dark Future, which is a great lore book, they basically already told us the gimmick of Witch Queen, didn't they?
I think so.
Because they call Eris the Witch Queen, that whole lore book.
That is true. They did do that.
So now, if that happens, what am I supposed to do? Just be like,
Oh my fucking god! Act
oh,
surprised, damn it!
DLC is green.
Come on, act surprised. You won't do it, pussy.
Yeah, we got the green DLC coming next, and then the white DLC after that. I love the game, I do, and I'm gonna pop in because I can't help myself. Addicts, you know.
Yeah, I think it's
Like,
an amazing world that they created, but they're just using it so poorly right now.
this is my favorite mobile game.
Yep, this is my favorite phone game because it plays like a phone game. Next up, they're gonna time vault. Actually, they already do that. Never mind. Fuck, we're already time gated.
Ah,
So,
I don't
what would
know.
be your message? So, as a closing message for us, just shitting on Destiny some more, because I know I said I was gonna do a Destiny appreciation video, but every time I do anything in Destiny, it just makes it harder and harder for me to make that video. It's gonna be on the back
Oh
burner
no,
for
no,
like the next
I
year.
got it. I got it. I got it. Destiny is wonderful if you have the real money to play it.
Yep. There you go. There you go. All right. So, closing statement.
Fuck you. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, fuck you. I'll be on tomorrow.